Hello, is this thing on? Need someone in chat to chat with me so I can see if you're there. Still says upcoming. Nope, says live. There we are. Cool. All right, let me put some links in here. There's my Patreon. And let's put what we're working on tonight, which is Rayhunter. Not my brother-in-law, but the stingrays that are out there. Grabbing all of your phone information, possibly breaking into them, monitoring all of your chats, of your phone calls, just like China is. Let's see. Where did it go? YouTube. Let's go to YouTube Studio. Wherever I was, I'm not there anymore. I don't know where I went. Yeah, I don't know where I went. So let's go back to here. No, content, live. Let's edit this. Yeah, I lost my last one. Rayhunter. Let's just put all these in here so it's for everybody. My Patreon. Okay. Save that. All right, so what's on tonight's menu? We have About Me. Then we're going to go right into what is a stingray and a Rayhunter. And then we'll take a break and look at a couple of drone videos. And then we'll get into the hardware programming of this equipment that we're going to be setting up to look for stingrays. And then we'll talk about what's next, which is, did it turn red? That's how you know if there's a stingray around you, is if it turns red. So I'm going to do some driving around. I'm also going to do some flying around. I'll put it on a drone and get it up to 398 feet or so and go to a couple of different towns and see if there's any stingrays that show up in any of the towns that I get up high. Fly around the town a little bit. And then check out my website. It's definitely a work in progress, but you can go to mcshaky.com and You can join my Patreon. If you join my Patreon, a couple bucks a month, and you get access to the Discord where you can ask me questions and just look at some of these projects that I'm going to be turning up and making videos on. All right, well, let's jump into it. Let's get rid of the menu. And there's the video details if you want to look at that. All right, so this is what we're going to be installing today. And it's from the Electronic Frontier Foundation. It's called Rayhunter. And if you don't know who the Electronic Frontier Foundation is, they're a really great kind of legal eagle for everything internet and everything that should be free or not held hostage by some patent owner if it's not. So there's times where people try to own part of the internet or do crazy things, and they're the ones who do really cool stuff like fight against people trying to take over the internet. And not just the internet, but all kinds of things. So this is one of their projects. Everything they do is pretty much open source. No different here. And there's a lot of stuff coming out lately. You might have heard about the AI recognition and AI recognition on the streets. So this really needs to go to the Supreme Court, I think. And so Flock is the big one. It's the 10 million pound gorilla. And where I live, they have them. You cannot enter the city without getting tagged by this. And there's actually been some issues with people getting mistaken license plates because the auto detection mistook a 3 for a S or something like that. And so, man, I cannot see if there's any people in my chat. We need to fix that. Hey, there's Journey. Cool. Let me move this down here so I can see you guys chat. I need to fix that. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. So, so that's Flock, but this is kind of taking it a level even further, because Flock is just taking video of, maybe your political stickers, maybe your license plate expiration date. Some things are good. They're looking to see if it's stolen or not, but they're also grabbing tons of information, and they're not actually needing a warrant for the police to use it. So it's one of those deals where something that used to be a warrantable item is now, you can just have a Flock account, go to their massive database, and there's been people prosecuted for using this because there was a police chief that had a girlfriend and she dumped him, and he started following her and setting up alerts, so whenever Flock would see her license plate, it would tell him where she was. There's been reports of police in California and some major cities just using it for attractive women to find them and creep on them, I guess. I don't know, man. It's some crazy stuff. Well, let's go to the next level, which is diving into cell site simulators. where they can actually sit in between your phone and the cell site and do everything from intercept text messages, your actual phone's electronic codes that make it uniquely yours on the network. They can track you. They can potentially install Pegasus on it. If you don't know what Pegasus is, go look that up. There's just so many things that are wrong with this ability, and you would never know because they just sit there and have a stronger signal, and your cell phone is made so that it goes to the strongest signal, and then it's basically a proxy in between you and the cell site, and now you've got full access, and they get full access generally the lower in G. So like if you've got 5G plus, it's more secure than 2G. So they may have it set up to drop you down to 2G so they can load applications or decode your messages or whatever they want. And remember, they don't necessarily have to have what do you call it, a warrant to do this. And so as you can see here, they're used by the FBI, the DEA, the NSA, the Secret Service, ICE, the U.S. Army, Navy, Marine Corps, National Guards, U.S. Marshals, the FBI have attached cell site simulators to airplanes. I mean, it's like if you've ever seen that there's nets on fishing trawlers, they have bycatch. Well, in this case, if you're not the guy they're chasing, you're bycatch, and now your data is being sucked into all kinds of stuff. And look at this, they use their own rules on deployment or getting a warrant. So they're looking at passing some laws on this. There's multiple companies that sell them, and they've used it to like, look at this. Let's see. There's some cases. ACLU is not happy about it. Long secret Stingray manuals detail how police can spy on phones. So yeah, this is definitely something. I think it's not necessarily a bad thing to know if you're being watched. And for $30, you can buy what I'm going to show you tonight and make your own device that lets you see if there's one of these stingrays watching you or not. So let's see. I think we should go back to my menu and see what's on the menu. So, talked about me, talked about the Electronic Frontier Foundation. Now let's talk about the hardware. So, you can buy this, the same one I did. I'll just show you what I did. Off of Amazon, we will go to orders, and wasn't that long ago, so it'll be right around here. So this is it. So this one, well, you can't buy it anymore on this one. Let's see the all buying options. Let's see what they have. Okay, there's a new one for $30, $30.99, used very good for $30. So they're still going for about $30. Probably get them on eBay as well. So, and this is all you need. Okay, you do not need a SIM card. You don't need a battery. It comes with a USB-C charging cable. So you've got everything you need. It ends up getting reflashed, so you're not even using the software that it comes with. And when you're done driving around, if you see red on there, you can connect to it, and there's a web server on it, and you can check out the data. I don't know what that looks like yet. I'm going to install this tonight, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, Journey, if you're still there, can you hear me? I just want to make sure. I mean, I see the mic audio mixer thing moving around, but just not sure if I'm actually getting out or not. I think I am, but I don't know. All right, so let's go over to the work table. So let's go to this one over here. And this is what you'll get if you order the one that I just showed you. And this is what we used back in the old days when we didn't have 5G and couldn't get your phone to act like a computer and be a router or hotspot for everyone else. So it comes completely apart like they used to, where you used to get an external battery for your phone, and you don't do that anymore. But this is kind of cool because you can basically just completely turn it off when you want to. And then let's snap this on here. And it goes out. Let's do this way. Yeah, okay. So there is a way. And then let's turn it on. Maybe. There we go. So it says welcome. Boots up, says hello, Verizon. Okay. So now we need to probably plug it into my computer, but let's read the instructions. We are going to go through this together. All right. I'm not getting any data from YouTube. That's disappointing. Let's see if anything changes. All right. So let's go to installation. So installing Rayhunter. Installing from the latest release on Windows. So see, you can also get something from TP-Link instead of this Orbic. So they recommend using the network-based installer. So let's look at that. Doesn't require any USB drivers. Much more reliably on Windows than this does. The drawback is that the device's admin password is required. Connect to the Orbix network via Wi-Fi or USB tethering. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to show this, but I'm going to try to see if I can connect to the Wi-Fi from my phone. There's that Verizon. Enter the password. What is the password? Is that my password? No. But it says the password. My video camera. Did not like that. All right. There we go. There. The password on Wi-Fi is password. Password. Join. Reset. So eventually reboot the device. Okay, so alter experimental procedure. No, that says incorrect password. So let's look at, is there a way to reset this? Can we stop? Can I connect Wi-Fi from this? Doesn't look like it. Something else I need to buy for this computer is a Wi-Fi module. All right. Some the latest release. Right, so this is using USB. We should download this. Linux, Mac, Windows. There we go. Download suspicious file. At least that lets you. All right, let's extract this. Let's go to Rayhunter. I wish there was more info about this stream. I'll have to watch it after and see if it was worthwhile or if I'm going to have to redo the whole thing. All right, so here's the Rayhunter Windows. And it has a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go back. Back.
Did?
Huh?
Did you do it?
I'm streaming right now. I think. It's only me. I don't have text to speech or anything working.
Made the bed. Made sure your heater works. Doesn't have a retucking cover, so you're good to go. Okay?
Okay. Still trying, still screwed. So here's the thing. I don't see. Let's say use the network installer. Installer Orbic dash network. Is that in my directory? I don't see it. No. So where is it? And the password is required. You know what? I'm gonna go get a laptop, see if I can get into this Wi-Fi. I'm still going to look and see if I'm actually streaming. New incognito, YouTube, TV. I'm still going to look and see if I'm actually streaming. What does it say next time field test? Looks like I haven't been showing you guys what I've been doing this whole time. All right. Sorry about that. Now you can see what I'm talking about. So I'll have to put a chapter marker to fast forward to here. All right. So this is the page we're on. I'm going to see if I can connect to the Wi-Fi. Their networks. Verizon. Password. That is not working. So let's see. What is the forwarded Verizon Wi-Fi default Wi-Fi password? Print it on a sticker that's probably inside it that I need to pop open again to see it. All right. This is not easy to pop this door back open once you've closed it. We're going to figure it out. Some leverage and enough oomph off the sucker. Okay, let's put me over here. Menus. Hey, here you guys are. Someone just texted me that they're not getting any video. Are you getting video now? I think I'm starting to learn this. You know what? Let me move this back to where I had before. It fell. Let's try there. See if it'll stay still. There you go. Hey, we got some. I see chats in one, but not the other. That's weird. Okay. All right. So, got to find the password, and I think it's inside here. So if you buy one of these, you got to go on the inside. It looks like, and I don't know. What do you think? Think one of those is the password? Maybe. I don't know. Let's boot it up and see. Hey, 73. B. Whistler. Tobias Yoder. Journey was here earlier, but I didn't know how to do the video thing. So it was looking at, it was just showing the welcome screen the whole time while I was talking. Sorry about that. We will learn how to do live streaming. I believe I'm showing video now. Someone can let me know. Really strange though. I've got one video for, or one window for, I don't even know what this is. It's like a chat window, and I don't know who made it. I don't know if OBS made it or if YouTube Studio made it. This doesn't matter. Hey, can you see? All right. Let's see. What were we doing? Oh yeah. I want to see if I can get into this now. Let's turn this on. It says no SIM card found. Yay, you can see me now. Cool. Okay. So let me see if one of those. I didn't write down the passwords. I just showed it to you guys. I mean, I think one of those is the password. I don't know. Let's see. I gotta take it apart again. Maybe I shouldn't put the back on instead of leave it up. Just take the battery out, and then I'm gonna type down these numbers so we can try them as a password. Typically located on the back or bottom next to the QR code. There is no QR code. I hate it when same as the Wi-Fi password shown on the device's screen or label. Look for a sticker. I'm like not seeing anything. I mean, that's it. There's no Wi-Fi. But there is a Wi-Fi. Oh, you know what I bet it is? I bet it's the Wi-Fi SSID. You know what it's been like? What, 15 years since we had to use these back in the day? Something like that. Thanks, B Whistler. All good. Yeah, let me drive that Google and I'll look at this. I was going to do the menu on here first and then moved it to here. And now I will add a new one, new slide, and we'll make it super secure and call it password options. And then we'll put in, we'll type in these numbers I see in the sticker. So first is the FCC ID, which is let's make it capital ABGH-RC400L. Model is RC400L. BZW-SKU or B400LBVZRT. IMEI 3503897223407745. Okay, so and then there's this DC 2012-13, which is probably when it was made, 2012, 2013. It's back when we were using these things a lot. And let me put the battery in, see if we can connect to this again. If I can't connect over Wi-Fi, which is what they recommend in the instructions, so here's what it looks like on the other side when it boots up. I'll show you that. It's like, it's not booting up. I do it once, twice, hold it down. There it is. I guess you just hold it down. Like I said before, if you weren't on, you can use a TP link or this Orbic, which is currently $30. There's a couple of them on Amazon if you want to do this little project. You may decide after watching this, no way, dude, this is too much. I'm not that big of a nerd. And I don't care if they're monitoring my cell phone in my area. Cell phone I put in my pocket is monitored completely by Google and all the other ad companies that run software, Facebook. I mean, it's not by chance that you get targeted advertising for the conversations you have that day. All right, so we'll try to connect to it again. Actually, I'm just going to try using the SSID, Verizon-RC400L-F8. I'm going to try the SSID as my password, see if that works. Yeah, I thought it was for a second. And then it's just still trying. I think it would have connected by now. Yeah, it didn't like that. All right, so we're going to try the FCC ID. Let me move this over here. Oh, and you guys didn't see earlier. So I'm wearing my James Webb shirt that you had to be on the James Webb Space Telescope team to get. And I got some other shirts too. But if you guys want me to do a stream sometime on things about the James Webb, I will. Just put it in the comments on the video on YouTube. All right, so I'm trying the FCC ID. And it's trying. No, it doesn't work. Okay, we're going to try RC400L, which is the model. And that's not enough digits. It's probably using WPA2. And WPA2 was wired. Hey, Jason Black. Glad you made it. Mrs. Metalcraft. Nice to see you all. People on the YouTubes. I'm trying to hack into something to know if people are hacking me. Let's try this. VZ. No, let's not do the skew. Let's do ORB 400 LB. I'll put caps lock on. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this right here. So this is a copy of the numbers and digits that were inside this Orbic MiFi device that we're going to try to reprogram. And on the instructions, it says connect with Wi-Fi and do it over the network, but I'm not finding a way to connect to the Wi-Fi and get the password. Google was no help. This is all the numbers that were inside it on a sticker, which is what Google said to try. But none of them seem like a Wi-Fi password. So I tried the SSID, which is some weird Verizon Orbic text. Nope, it doesn't like that either. So yeah, it's Verizon-RC400L-F8. And it says it requires a WPA2 password. WPA2. It's kind of an older Wi-Fi, but still something should work. Let's try ChatGPT. Let's see what ChatGPT says. What band am I on? I remember reading that somewhere. I think it's 2.4 just because it's so old. They don't make Wi-Fi's anymore. This is old stock. Let's see. ChatGPT. Ooh, I got caps lock. Let's turn that off. I bought an Orbic MiFi model. What model is it? 400L, RC 400L. And I know we log into Wi-Fi should be admin, but I can't connect to Wi-Fi. What should I try as the password? So you kind of have to tell ChatGPT that you own it, otherwise it thinks you're hacking and it'll say stuff like, well, that doesn't sound legal and I can't really give you advice on how to hack into something, so I'm not going to tell you. But if you tell it I bought it, then it kind of bypasses that. So most likely password. No, hotspot's Wi-Fi password. The admin password equal Wi-Fi. Okay. Shows the Wi-Fi password in its little LCD menu. No, it doesn't. It says, here, let me show you guys what it says. Let's go over to display off. And so the thing is, like, maybe it isn't here. Visit my.jetpack for additional device info and setting options using a connected device. 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi info. Yes. Hey, there's the password. Sweet. Okay, let me show you guys what I did. So there's only 2 buttons on this whole thing. There's that one that you see right at the top, right there. And then there's the button on the front of it, which is the power button. But you can quick to press it and move to the pages. So let me just show you real quick. So that's how you move to the different screens. And then you go into each one using the power button. Oh, it does have 5 gigahertz. Check that out. Software update, back home, device info. All right. Well, whatever I'm on, let's see, dash F8. 400 F9. Okay, so F8 is 2.4 and F9 is 5 gig. There you go, Jason. You were you had the right thing. The default password is often printed on the battery compartment. Yeah, we tried that, B Whistler, and none of those. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot I gotta do a transition. Okay, I'll do this again. So there's 2 buttons on this. There's that button right there, and then there's the power button that's on the front. The power button is basically your enter button, and your scroll is this button right here on the top. So you can go through all of your main screens, and then like your 2.4 info is in here, and then it tells you both the SSID, which is blah 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 F8, right? Yep, F8, and then the password below it, and then thanks, Jason. Love you guys, and shout out to my sister and brother-in-law. They're watching too, but they're in incognito mode because my brother-in-law's name is Ray, and he's a little scared because it says Rayhunter. And guess what their last name is? It's going to be hunted. We're hunting rays. So anyway, yeah, let me see if I can connect to this. I should be able to. And it does time out after a bit. So password is 5ECD30F4. And trying, I'm just going to move this camera over here so you guys can see my laptop. No, it did not like that. All right, let's try. Let's try opening this camera up first. One secondo. Lost audio. I didn't change anything with audio. I'll show that I'm making the little thing go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right. Let's see. I know this is not the best, but it's the best I can do for now. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Are you not focusing? There it is. It's kind of focusing. Hello. Wow, it really doesn't want to focus. Technical issues. I do have another camera, but let me just see if I can connect real quick. We're trying to get this to connect and update other networks. Kind of come in and out. There's Verizon F8. I want to see F9. Didn't I say F9? So 2.4. 5. Yeah, F9. Verizon RC 400L F9. I don't see that on my list. I guess we're going to try to connect to F8 again. I'm faded to F8. Device setting 2.4. All right, 2.4 is the only one with a check mark. Look at that. That's why it's only doing 2.4, is because there's only a check mark. It's hard to see it's too bright for it. Just trust me, there's a check mark on 2.4. Let's see. Let's go to 2.4 Wi-Fi info. Maybe I just put the password in wrong. All right. Let's go back to right display. And let's write down the password over here. Password on the 2.4 screen. What I like about ChatGPT is you can tell it stuff and it remembers it. Like it doesn't just, it's like you would hope, or maybe not, but you would think Google would like keep track of, hey, I'm an FPV pilot. All these things that you're searching on should be about FPV mostly. But then you put something in about another drone and it comes up with, Coke bottles or something. Like just something just out of the blue. Whereas ChatGPT, I'll ask it something and it's like, oh yeah, well, you're on your Mac, right? So you will need this software. And I was like, wow, that is cool. I mean, scary, but cool. All right, so I'm typing in 5. Let's take off caps lock. ECD30F4. Yeah, Jason, the reason it wasn't showing is because it's configured with a SSID and a password, but it's not actually enabled in the settings. Hey, it's connected. It was just a me typing it in wrong thing. Yep, so I'm connected to it. Let's go to, what IP is it using? I don't know how to do that. ipconfig, or ifconfig, since it's on my Mac, ifconfig, and it looks like it's 192.168.1.106 is what I got. So let's go to 192.168.1.1. 192.168.1.1. And I will switch over to my camera and we'll try that again. So that is not working. This USB-C cable keeps moving it. Okay. Let's try HTTPS. My wife's going to think I'm doing this extra long just so I don't have to go do the dishes, but I don't mind doing the dishes. I would rather put up dishes than put them in the washer, and she doesn't mind putting them in the washer. All right, that is not working. Let's make sure, let's see what the default gateway is. Sometimes they use different IPs. So let's type netstat -nr, and there's all our IPv6 that I don't care about. Yeah, default is 192.168.1.1. So for you on, this actually works on Windows too, by the way. It's got a lot of Unix commands on it now. Come on. It's like, nope, I will not. I'm not gonna focus. It'd be like Ciati and just start throwing stuff, banging it around. I mean, it's fucking. Okay. Hey, look, there it is. I think if it sees my head, it focuses. It might think that it sees my head in the reflection. Yeah, you're focusing on me. Good boy. Okay. Let's see if we can ping it. Ping 192.168.1.1. Nothing. Okay, so even though I am 100% connected to it, which you can see right there, so focus. My face, it's in the reflection. There we go. So you can see it's Verizon blah 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 dash F8. So it's connected. And then 192.168.1. Let's do this. ifconfig pipe to grep 192. And there it is. So 192, and it's 192.168.1.106 is my IP. So I'm definitely connected to it. I don't think I want to spend too much more time. If I can't get on it this way, I think what I will do is just try the, I'll try the way it says to do it with the USB that's not as reliable. Because I'm kind of tired of dealing with this side of it. So this is what it recommends, the network installer. It doesn't seem to be working. So I'm going to go get a USB A to USB C. Come on. This cable. You guys are legendary because you're staying with me while I'm figuring all this first time streaming stuff out. And I really appreciate it. Let's see if I can. Okay, so there's me. There's this. Let me go get a USB cable, and I will be right back. Okay. I'm that. And got a USB cable. Let's see. I will make this screen smaller. One of these screens smaller. Display. Let's see if that's that. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I need one of those buttons like Heads has, so I can just have Trump on speed dial and say huge, huge. All right, let's see. There's like all these things on OBS that I don't know what I'm doing. All right, transition. There we go. All right. So now you can see my whole desktop, which is kind of crazy. That's useless. This is great because this is where I'm actually seeing you guys chat. I have no idea how many people are in the stream though, because nothing's telling me that. So I've got my USB cable right here. And I'm going to plug this in. There's a plug on the bottom of here. Plug that in. Ding ding. So now I'm plugged in. This is how you charge it too, by the way. Like, you wouldn't know that, but of course you know that. Let's go to, I guess I should read the directions. But let's see what USB options are. USB tethering. Yeah, we don't need USB tethering. Remember that? USB tethering. Wow. I'm so glad they make phones or we don't have to do this stuff anymore. Okay. I have a feeling it's going to be in software update, maybe. No, actually, I remember it's in here. So let's go back up, and all these links are in the stream info. Installing from the latest release. Make sure you've got one of Rayhunter's supported devices. It is. We're not doing TP-Link. Decompress the platform.zip. I did that. That's it right here. This is the decompress for Windows. And then run the installer. And I'm going to open up. Should I open up a Windows command prompt or a PowerShell? I'm just going to do a command prompt. We'll see what happens. And then we're going to go to F Rayhunter, and then now we're going to run this just like it says. You know what, before we do that, let's see in Device Manager where it's showing up. And it is showing up. Okay, so there's that. It's probably showing up as a serial port. Network adapter. WAN mini port. I don't know. Okay, giving up on that. Going back to this. Then run the installer. So there's installer. So we're going to do ./installer.exe. It says put Orbic after it, but yeah, it doesn't like that. It wants Orbic-network. Run the installer. USB, or connect to the network. It's using the network-based installer. Okay, well, I don't have the network-based installer because I can't get the IP of it. I can't seem to get to it. On Mac OS, no, I'm not on Mac OS. For Windows, download the latest for your platform. Decompress. Open the terminal and navigate to the folder. Unzip, CD. Turn on your device. Run the installer. Well, let's just run the installer without any options. Installer.exe. It's PS1. I don't know what PS1 is. Yeah. That hosed up my window. What are you doing? Oop. There it was. Don't run. All right. Installer.exe. Okay. I hit enter. What's going to happen now? Dun dun dun. Commands. Orbit. Install Rayhunter on the Orbit RC400L. That's what it is. Okay, so let's try that. stdlr.exe orbic. Hey, look at that. This may brick your device. I've bricked devices before. Failed to install. Detach and claim interface. Failed interface driver. Oh, yeah. Got to install some USB driver. Windows USB installer is known to be buggy. Yeah, I know. Install the Zadig USB driver. Well, we know about this from FPV because we've had to use this before.
You're almost done. Click the download in the top right to continue.
Yeah, we need to delete that. The total boomer move, man. I'm not a boomer, but you know. Delete. Do not want a new browser. Just want. Zadig is a Windows application. There it is. Zadig 2.9. There you go. Don't do what I did. Maybe don't do what I did again. There's an application. Run. Yep. I believe Zadig. Installing the driver. Could have done it on my Mac. So I was at a hotel last 2 days, or last night. So I tried setting all this up on my Mac, but now I'm home, so I tried setting it all up on my Windows because this is really where I want to do it. So who knows? I need to get them both set up though. So I really appreciate everyone hanging out for this and just being here for my first real live stream. Okay, so we did that. Let's go back, install it, open Zadig. I didn't even do what I was supposed to do. Maybe I need to do that. So I did a video that I didn't publish, and maybe I'll just publish the one part of it where I say RTFM. What is going on? I can't do anything with this window now. It's like that window is warped. Let's go to this one. Let's go to downloads. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Jason. You're fine feller, man. I really love our interactions, even when it's not with me. Just seeing how you do stuff on other streams. You're a quality dude, man. I like your videos too. And this is not FPV. You know, I do more than FPV, so I kind of like that I got FPV people watching this because most of us like different things. And then just to know that there's these devices out there sucking our data down and they don't even necessarily have to get a warrant for it. Like, I want to know if I'll just leave it in the car with me. And if it turns red, I'll be like, oh, okay, now I know there's something going on over here. And I drive through Aurora when I work out at Buckley. So Aurora has one of the, what do you call it? Aurora has one of the most corrupt sheriff and police forces in Colorado, if not the state or the states. And I wouldn't doubt that they're not sucking down all kinds of data about us. Okay, let's do the instructions. So, options, list all devices, and then let's find the device we're looking for. What is it? RNDIS. I don't see that. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm blind. Select RNDIS. Yep. All this looks the same. And we'll do replace driver, since I think it might have already installed it. And I've already got the latest version of the Windows x64. There it is. It says open a PowerShell terminal. So Jason, what operating system do you prefer? Do you work on mostly Linux, Windows, Mac? Where I work, it's all Linux. We have all the workstations, everything is Linux. It's actually 0 clients. So it's not even a local computer. Okay, installed successfully. I think that part is good. Now we do the PowerShell terminal by Windows R and typing PowerShell. Okay. And then let's go to where it is. This is all new stuff for some of the people out there. So that's another reason I wanted to record all this. So if you really did want to do it and you have no idea, you could kind of follow along, and it's taking forever, and I'm not like super efficient. CD2. I think it's an F, isn't it? Yeah. Rayhunter. And then run the install script. Okay, I think now it'll work. Weird Windows with its backslash. Installer.exe. Orvic. Yes. Waiting for boot. Alright, so just gonna watch and see what happens here. It should reboot. Yeah, I heard the reboot ding dong. Goodness, I've got to get a better holder for me. So it's booting up. It looks like it's booted. I'm getting all the screens now. ORB 400L. So it looks like it's running the old software. So maybe we could update it. This thing. Weird. Magnetic. Thing of a jigger. All right. Try not to make that fall. Rayhunter should now be running. View the web UI. Connect over Wi-Fi. I don't know, man. It says it did it, but I don't believe it. Let's go to 2.4 gig Wi-Fi info. And we'll connect with my laptop. Oh, I finally did get it. Your connection's not private to the 192.168.1.1. So at some point I did connect to it because it has an unsigned certificate. And now it just connected. Let's try to proceed and see if we get a web page. And we do. But it looks like it's the Orbit web page. And the password is 5ECD30F4. Okay. Let's see if I can stream this. I actually have something called NDI tools loaded on my presented computer display as an NDI output. And clicking it. Filling. I'm going to try that some other time. All right. Media source. Let's try this. Okay. Wi-Fi status, clients, settings. We're going to try this network install, but it's connected to my Mac because I don't have a Wi-Fi connector on my Windows desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do it from my Mac, and let's see if I can record it with this camera, and then we will turn this off. We'll open this up, full screen. And it really doesn't want to see the screen. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can do whiteboard mode and it'll think it's a whiteboard. Let's try that. Let's go over to Insta360 Link controller. Hey, look at that. It's almost like it's meant for screen recording. It's like it instantly saw the white screen and and made it. Yeah. Let's try it again. Whiteboard. Okay, let's do smart whiteboard. And this. I forgot to take another shaky pill. Hey, look at that. All right. Let's make this full screen. How about that? All right. So this is on the Mac. Next best thing to being able to share the screen is to get it to show up like a whiteboard on my camera. So now we will follow these instructions, but we'll do them from the Mac. Oh, let me connect in my Ethernet because it's connected to this MiFi, which does not have internet access. So that's creating a problem where I can't get on the internet. But I have a USB-C to Ethernet adapter that I just plugged in. So I'm hoping, yes. So I'm both connected. Yep, I'm connected with Wi-Fi to this device. And I'm also connected to the internet through Ethernet. Sweet. Just some of the things, oh, come on. If it's not one thing, it's another. Okay. There we go. All right, I just can't move. If anybody knows me, that's impossible because I'm constantly like shaking my leg, like restless leg type style. And then there's the whole McShaky thing. So, all right. Let's get this like that. That's close enough. I don't like that. Let's make it actually as straight as we can. Close enough now. Okay. Installing from latest release on Mac OS. All right, so we need to go download the Rayhunter release for Mac because I only downloaded it for Windows on the other one. So here's the latest. And then let's go down to Mac OS. We are on a ARM. How do you know if you're on an ARM or an Intel? See, there's two here. If you got a Mac, you would know if you're on an Intel because it's older and it would say it has an Intel inside. ARM is a Mac specific. It's a licensed technology for chips that uses what's called RISC, Reduced Instruction Set Computing, which is a wild story in itself. If you don't know about the Asianometry YouTube channel, go check it out. He does a whole, download on where RISC came from. It was some guys over in the UK who came up with an entire model for making chips instead of the way Intel does it, using what's called a reduced instruction set. So it's kind of faster, and it does do faster in some areas, but anyway, I am not sticking to my menu. I apologize, guys. I was supposed to show some drone videos, but I'm kind of down the rabbit hole with this and kind of want to get this working. So let's stick this in here. And then there's the installer. So let's get our terminal open and let's go to can I get to it from here? I don't think so. To go to volumes, video 2, and then where did I put that? In something streaming, I think. Yeah, streaming software. And then Rayhunter. And now we have installer. And I think we can do that orbit network. Let's just make sure. I think just doing that will tell us. So now we're running into the fun things on a Mac where it's trying to protect me. I don't need protecting for this, but I got to tell you. So we'll go to here. And then we'll go down to allow anyway. So if you have a Mac and won't let you do something, that's how you fix it. There's another way too, but since we're doing it this way, I'm just going to show you that way. Installer. Open anyway. Wow. And then there we go. Orbit-network. And before I do that, oh, this thing moved, didn't it? Let you see, hopefully, what I did there. And then we will, let's go back over here and read the manual. Right display. Transition. Okay, so the manual says, let's go back to installing. We want to find the installing network-based installer. Okay, so see, I have to do this -- admin password. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go back to camera. And let's see if I can put this like there, maybe. All right. And then we'll move this up a little. There we go. And so the command is installer orbit-network -admin password space, and then that crazy command. Where did I put it? Or no, I hope I wrote it down somewhere. I can get it. There it is. 5 ECD. All right. 5 ECD 30 F4. Tick. Boom. sending the file. This looks awesome. It's actually moving the files over, rebooting. Okay, notice that when it's done rebooting, we'll have to go to 192.168.1.1:8080. Not sure if you can see that. Hello, Verizon. I mean, I don't know, man. Oh, there it is. There's the green bar. See the green bar at the top? If we get a red bar, that means someone is doing something fishy. But let's get into the website and see what's going on. This is cool, guys. This is like this is a success. It looks like. Took a while to get there. Jason Levin, Great Scott, welcome. Awesome to see you guys, man. You're at the right time. You missed all the fumbling and bumbling that I did at the beginning, and we just got this MiFi, this Orbic Verizon MiFi reflashed with open source code from the Electronic Frontier Foundation called Rayhunter, that it makes it so that this MiFi can now look for what are they called? Stingrays. And a stingray is a government level fake tower, cell tower, that can do anything from just reap all the EIMEI, EIEIO stuff that's out there. Basically, your serial number that's tied to your cell phone and track you, down to downgrading your phone to as far as 2G so they can install software on it and monitor and listen and all that stuff. It's crazy. But you would never know unless you have one of these going around with you. It's literally just what's called a packet sniffer. It looks for the control signals coming from these government boxes that can be set up. Sometimes they're set up in those little trailers that have the speed detection and tell you to slow down. Sometimes they stick them in there. But how would you know? If you're running one of these, and at the beginning of the stream I checked and they're on Amazon for $30 used, and then you can probably get them on eBay. We'll check it in a little bit. We'll check on eBay and see what they're going for. But all right, let's go. My laptop disconnected because it rebooted. Let's go back to this Verizon and connect. All right, we're connected. Now we'll go to 192.168.1.1, but this time we'll go to :8080. :8080. And I could probably spend a whole day. Oh, check this out. Rayhunter, it's on here. This is cool. So, yeah, I could spend a whole day talking about port numbers and the OSI model and all the fun, nerdy stuff there. But today's topic is this right here. This is it. And so what we really want to do is just take this around everywhere I go, and that little bar at the top, if it turns red, see this bar at the top, it's green right now. Oh, and they have a colorblind mode too, which is awesome for me because I'm colorblind, but I can see the difference. I can see that is green. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a green bar right there at the top. And if that turns red, that means that it's getting those control packets on the cellular network from a stingray. And it starts recording with a packet capture. That's what PCAP is. It's a packet capture. And you can download the packet capture and upload it to the Electronic Frontier Foundation and give them more data. And they keep improving this. So the more data they get, the better they can improve it, and the more things that they're going to be able to do with it, which I think is pretty cool because, like, no one's talking about this. Everyone is talking about the stuff I was talking about at the beginning, right? Not FLIR, the AI system that is tracking everyone's vehicles right now illegally, because it's constant. You're under constant surveillance. We're in a surveillance state when you have. My goodness, this is such a pain. I'm not there. Okay, there we go. So let's see. This kind of out of the way. So yeah, so it's like we're in a surveillance state right now because this this AI stuff that we're getting. Not this. Let's do that. Is it's just it's like anything else, right? The more you give, the more they take. And like, no, I'm not doing anything bad. I'm not worried about, them watching my text history. And and if you don't know, by the way, the back doors and all of our literally all of our cell phone infrastructure. So they put the FBI and government put backdoors a long time ago into all of that. And guess who's been in it for more than a year? Starts with C and ends with China. Man, I gotta get some slaps with Trump saying all the crazy stuff he does. But anyway, yeah, so it's one thing for another country to suck. I mean, they've bought all of our genetic code. All of the 23andMe and all those were bought by Chinese companies. So they have all of our genetic code. They're in all of our cell phone, cell towers. But so is our government. And this is just yet another way that we're losing constitutional rights because we're not supposed to be subject to unreasonable search. And if we're constantly driving by these where it's turning red, then that means they're surveilling other people with a wide net, and we're getting surveilled along with them. I don't want to do that. Like I'm supposed to live in a free country, and so that's one reason I wanted to do this live stream. Was just to talk about some of those things regarding how to not necessarily fight back, but kinda. I mean, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, they actually do fight. And if you give them more tools to fight with, then there's some senators that they've said on here. Let me just go back to that page. I will turn me off and turn the right screen back on. And you can see here that this is the Electronic Frontier Foundation talking about Rayhunter. And let's see, somewhere down here it said, oh, let's check out eBay. I said we would go look at that. Okay, so there's one for buy it now, $14.50, an Orbic Speed RC400L Wi-Fi hotspot router. And then you can watch I got it working with my Mac. It seems to be really easy on the Mac. If you don't have a Mac, it's going to be almost exactly the same process on Linux. If you're on Windows, find someone with a Mac because it seems we tried it on Windows, it didn't work. Luckily, it did not brick it because it said you could do that. Here's one for $11. So yeah, a lot of these on eBay, or you can do Amazon. They've got them on there too, used for like $30. But you know, free delivery, $12.96. So you know, if you use it and you're like, there's none in my area, and you're like, okay, I'm done with this, you can go sell it. Probably get your money, whatever you paid for it. You probably get it back. Maybe, I don't know. There's a bunch of these for sale. Then let's see. So we figured out how to get in. So for those that are new, I'm just going to do a quick recap. On the there was no sticker. The Google told us bad information. It said you need to just look at the sticker. Well, I think they probably put stickers on it when it was first coming out, but now they don't do that anymore. And so there's a couple of buttons. There's one button at the top. See that button right there? And then there's the power button that you hold down to turn it on. And it comes up with a screen. And the button on the top, this is after you put the battery in. So took the back off because we wanted to look at all of the things inside it and see if there was a sticker under the battery, which there was not. There was FCC IDs and IEMI numbers and model numbers, but we did not see a Wi-Fi password on them. But it does tell you the Wi-Fi password on the config screen for, and on mine, the default 2.4, this is a 5 gig right there. Unfortunately, it's like getting blown out. Let's see if I can change the exposure on this, because it's not doing great with the temperature. No, exposure. Let's take the exposure way down. Does that help? Yeah, that helps. Okay. So see it, Wi-Fi has 2.4 and 5 gig. And when we went into, and then that's where it tells you the password and the SSID. But on mine, it actually didn't show anything for 5 gig because it wasn't enabled. Because when you go to device settings, this is where you enable and disable the different bands. And 2.4 was the only one by default on mine that was turned on. 5 gig was turned off. Mobile data, you want to keep that on because that is your cellular modem that you're going to use. That's your cellular modem that you're going to use to pick up that the Stingray is tracking. We didn't use up USB. This is a USB option back in the old days before we had Wi-Fi tethering available on everything. You could also plug USB into your laptop or your computer and get on the internet through the cellular network. This is one of those old-timey things called a MiFi. But there's 2.4. You go in it by pushing the power button once, and then there is the password. That's also the admin password. So in the instructions that we looked at over here, on the documentation, it said run this installer application, and you basically just download the zip file that has this command in it, this installer command, and then all the files onto your computer, and then you're executing this with orbit-network and then --admin-password and then a tick, and then that SSID password that was on that screen, and then the closing tick. And then it just went through and installed it. And this was from the Mac that I had connected to that MiFi. So that's it. let's see if I can find, I do want to show some of the videos. Let's make this fun, you know? That's like one of the things I really wanted to do was do something fun. And I found some cool videos that ChatGPT actually found for me. And I'm gonna ask it. Let's see. I need to pull OBS back up so I can make sure you guys see what I'm seeing. I'll just show you how I talk to ChatGPT. We'll put him on screen. Hey, Shadow of Chaos 89. What's up? Thanks for joining. So I'm going to say, can you give me the 3 room video links again? The fun break videos. One was in Vietnam. Vietnam. One was in Vietnam. Maybe that's enough for you to remember, you weird computer. Funny. No, I had asked you to get me 3 drone videos to play during breaks. And you gave them in some song prompts for me to use. Oh, I remember that. What you mean now? Those were the fun break intermission drone clips I curated for your stream. Upbeat, visually striking aerials you could drop between scenes with Suno music prompts to match the vibe. Here's the full set, recreated exactly for your OBS breaks. All right. I guess this one's just some pretty stuff. Yeah, cinematic drone footage. So I've been to China, right across the border from Vietnam, and it was beautiful. They had these crazy, weird, spiky mountain pointy peak things. Oh wow, look at that. It was really pretty. I wish I would have had drones back then to bring with me. Of course, they probably would have. That was one of the crazy things. You had to give your passport to the front desk of every hotel you check into. Like as soon as you got to the city, to the hotel, you check in, you give them your passport. They give your passport to the police station, the local police station, because they're tracking you. And if I would have known then what I know now, I would have bought a track phone, a disposable phone, because what I know now, especially with this Rayhunter that we just got through installing, it's, I talked about it before, there's a program called Pegasus. They can get into your phone and instantly turn it on when you get to another country, and they can load software so that they can turn on your camera, your GPS, your microphone, all without you knowing, all of that. I mean, they can do that here in the US too, and they probably do, but they don't tell you about it. But the first way they get into your phone is with a Stingray, and we now know how to build a Stingray Hunter. And if you want to, you can go on eBay and get one. Yeah, look, see those mountains? I saw mountains like that in China. See, that's pretty, but as an FPV pilot, I just want to dive that. I want to just take a pretty 5-10 second, panning picture of it. I want to dive those. I want to power that screen light over there. Oh, the music mix is too loud. There we go. Let's turn the music just a little. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know, Jason. That's good to know. I was saying, I went to China near Vietnam, and if I would have known what I know now about this Rayhunter and stingrays and what these different people can do, I would have bought a track phone and took it with me. Because basically, the instant you connect to one of these devices, and they're probably just built into the cell phone towers in China, just like we have, like I was talking about earlier, we have all these back doors into all the cellular and phone networks in the U.S., and China is completely hacked into all of them. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're going for your clearance to work on government stuff, and they send a person over to speak to your spouse without you home, because they want to ask questions like, have you guys ever sent inappropriate naked pictures of each other to each other? And you'd be like, well, why would that matter? Well, luckily for us, I guess, because we're old. Like, I'm 50, and we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have text messaging. It was called long distance, and landlines, and long phone cables tied to the phone on the wall. And yeah, same, Jason. I'm really glad to live in the U.S. It was fun to see the Great Wall and travel all the way down, eventually to Hong Kong, planes, trains, and automobiles. And so anyway, the reason they ask that is because, could someone leverage you if they had information that might be embarrassing to you? That's the reason. Well, why would anyone have it? I don't know, maybe because China has all of those pictures in their cloud somewhere. So Jason, your pee-pee pictures are in China. That's all right. What are they going to do with them? Probably nothing. But dude, I've been on the phone over there and heard the monitors in the background. Like, it's crazy. Well, that was pretty. Let's go to another video. Let's see what other one. City Lights, Desert Horizon. No, ChatGPT. This is not what I asked for. No, I asked for videos of drones saving animals and stuff like that. Yeah, search the web. Drone saves lost dog from coyote. That sounds cool.
That might be him. That's him.
Jordan.
That's him.
Hey, where's it at? I'm telling you, we heard him barking. We said it.
Yep.
Where's it at? Where's it
All
at?
right. Hang on. I'm gonna pin it.
We gotta find. He's got that barn. Look.
Hey.
He's got the light.
Hang on. Scan that QR code. That's exactly where he's at.
Should you want me to get the
That would be super,
Hang on, let me ask
super
you.
helpful.
And I'll
So
keep
this
my
was
eyes
in
on it with the
Arkansas.
spotlight right on top of him. You see that right there?
Could I call him? Should I call him?
No,
It's
just
making me download something to do this.
Oh,
Dog's
you can
name
go
is
to your
Whiskey.
Google Maps, yeah.
It was a 4-hour search.
No, don't look. Don't look, Cook.
Oh, man.
Damn it.
The coyote snatched it. Oh. In high definition. He shone the light at it and scared it off. Did he? No.
All right, he let him go. He let him go.
Oh, yeah, he did.
All right. He let go. I'm right over the top of your dog.
Yeah, see, he's shown us a searchlight, a spotlight down on it. So this is probably like a DJI Mavic Enterprise.
He's still.
He's still breathing.
I don't eat the fucking.
Yep.
All right, let's fast forward to where they get him.
I'll record it. I'm right over the top of him.
He's not stopping.
That is thick. I've been in the Arkansas.
Just get out and charge him.
Oh, there goes the car.
Somebody stop. Yeah, he's just. They feed grass.
There he is. They're on him. They're on him. They're on him.
You're almost to him.
Stop. 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 Just get out and just charge him. Get out and charge him.
They're gonna run over him.
Just grab him, Mark. Is that him?
Got him.
Harper got him.
Got him.
Yay!
Got him.
Awesome.
Saved his life.
Wow.
Okay, bye.
That was insane.
Flashing him.
Holy moly.
All right, cool.
That was awesome. All right. Cold thermal. Okay, rescue in the cold. Thermal drone saves an animal in the cold. Let's watch one more, and then I'll end the stream.
Hungry, scared, and lost in an when she ran off, young and unfamiliar with the area.
Kemba, a young Australian shepherd, went missing during a walk in the woods. Her family was devastated. Days passed, harsh weather, no leads. Then our thermal drone picked up her heat signature, curled up cold by a creek. Watched this heartwarming story of technology, teamwork, and the love of a family who never gave up. Yeah, I've got a guy that he asked me if I would build him a drone for doing pet search and rescue. And I told him I could, but honestly, like this kind of drone from DJI is just the way to go. You know, like this setup here is about 15 grand, and it's got everything you need. And these enterprise drones, they'll fly for at least 45 minutes usually. And you've got infrared, you've got laser distance finders, you've got everything. I mean, they're made for doing this kind of stuff. In other states, you can have businesses doing deer recovery, because there's hunters that will shoot a deer and then they can't find it, and like they lose the blood trail or whatever. They know it's probably dead somewhere, they don't know where. And these companies, it's not legal here in Colorado, but it's legal in other countries, other states. So
Small, but we'll check it out.
Nearby.
The steel running
Right.
Yep, more horse.
this one doesn't seem as. There he is. There he's curled
Hold
up.
up right there beside the water.
So they were just looking at deer and stuff earlier.
That's not that
Man,
far.
can you imagine if you lost your dog
What do you think, Bryson?
for like days,
And this time, within
and then all of a sudden, like someone pulls up a drone and you get to see your puppy
edge of the
just
creek.
shivering on the side of the river like that, waiting for you to come get them.
Zeroed in. Before sending Jared and Bryson in, we coached them guidance, approaching slowly with food in hand.
Oh, yeah.
She's hungry. She's eating. All right. Yeah, she's happy to see him. She's wagging her tail.
Yeah, man. Deer meat's good.
Safe, sound, and back with her people.
My boss is out elk hunting,
Clearly
and
worn out, but happy. These
year
reunions
before
make
last,
every hour
he
and
got
every
one,
challenge
and
completely worth
he
it.
brought extra
Kim's
meat
story
up to the
reminds us all
office and
drones
put it
are
in the freezer and
powerful for
said,
finding
just
lost pets,
anybody that
but
wants it
takes
can
the
grab
art,
it. So I grabbed
strategy,
some.
and teamwork to bring them home. If your pet is missing or you're thinking about starting your own drone
All
recovery
right.
service, check out
That
our
was
national
cool.
network.
Well, hopefully you guys that are still here, I mean, I'm just blown away that people jumped in to watch and just love it. It's great. And if you want me to do some more, I'm not gonna live stream when I do the flying around with my drone and this Rayhunter, but I am going to what am I gonna do? I'm going to video what I do with it, like driving around. And yeah. Thanks, great Scott. Appreciate it. And let me see, I actually have an outro. And you guys have a good night. Appreciate you. And we'll see you. I do. Oh, you know what? Before I leave, I've got a Patreon now. It's like $2 a month, just so that I can keep riffraff out of the Discord. If you can't handle that, let me know, and I'll get you in there anyway. So let me put the link to that out here, and partly that like just makes me. If I have Patreons, even if you're just paying $2 a month, which is like nothing, right? Kind of makes me feel like I've got to keep it up, keep going, and I want to keep going. But sometimes it helps to have a little push. How do I get that on here? Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Where'd my chat go? There it is. Control V. There's that. And I will pin that message. Cool. All right, so that's all for tonight. We got this thing working. It's got a big battery in it. I think I could probably go a few days at least on this battery, and then just plug it into USB-C every now and then. But got the green bars, so they're not watching me here. And I'll just start driving around with it, and I video it. I'll bring my GoPro, and if I find it turn red anywhere, then we'll get into a video on how to upload it to the Electronic Frontier Foundation and get them some more data. And then I'm also going to be doing drone builds. I've got a setup for that over here that I'm working on, where I've got a Canon face down that I can get some good video of my build table. So I've got a lot of projects to work on, and I figure I'll video them. So sometimes I'll pre-plan a stream, and sometimes I'll just jump in. So Nightbot, no idea what Nightbot is. I've been using ChatGPT to help me get set up, and we'll see. I appreciate the offer. I'll let you know if I end up wanting to do that. My next step is to get text to speech, because I'm going to be able to do that so I don't miss anything. But good night. Thanks, everybody. Later. Outro. Here it is.